Today I am going to be fishing this spillway and this creek with green worms for whatever bites. So I picked up these worms from Walmart. They were probably $3 or $4, and these are actually green worms. Like it says right there, non-toxic dyed green worms. You can actually make these yourself, but I just bought these, and you can tell they're very, very green. And they don't look the healthiest in the world, to be honest, but I think that they're still gonna work. This is gonna be my main rod of choice today. This is the Lose Mock Smash medium action. I think it's a 6.5 foot. It's gonna be perfect for catching these small panfish, catfish, and whatever else decides wants to eat at this spillway. So I'm gonna start off with your traditional, just floating bobber rig. You can see I've got my red bobber right there. Got my little hook. Have to grab us a worm. And I do not need the whole thing because look at how big these things are. They're huge. I mean, that thing is like, that's a worm. That's a worm right there. So I'm gonna break a piece off, get a little bit of green dye on my hands, and string them up on the hook, leave a little bit hanging out for a little bit of action. And now we're gonna make our first cast. I don't know where these fish are gonna be at. We've got a lot of current. I actually see one right now. The water is so clear. Oh man, one just darted for it. Goodness, that was fast. I can see pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit of a cloudy day, but this water is very clear. And there's one going for it. Nope, he's not going for it anymore. Yep, he's coming back. There he is. Eat it. Oh, come on. There you go. Look at there. We got us a fish. Wasn't on the first cast, but it was on the second, which is good because sometimes it's bad luck to catch them on the first cast. Check that out. Oh, no. Well, that was a beautiful little panfish, but he's back in the water now. Let's catch another one. Quick release on that one. Not gonna lie. See if he's got a buddy over here that wants to eat. Oh, dude, I watched him eat it. So crazy. It's really cool when you can see them eat your bait. It's like sight fishing for bass in the springtime when they're on the bed. Except this is with a green worm under a bobber. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. There's a lot of fish up here. I figured there would be. Anytime you have a lot of current like this, there's usually going to be quite a few fish because there's a lot of oxygen. So like especially in the summertime when it's really hot, there's not a ton of oxygen in the water. That's when you're going to catch some fish. Look at that beautiful little fish right there. Beautiful. And release. Goodbye. My worm is staying pretty good intact. So we're gonna see if we can get another one or two on this worm right here. I'm gonna cast up there towards the spillway a little bit more. I've been casting kind of right here. Oh my gosh, that was instant up there, dude. What do I got? What do I got? And another panfish. This is probably the biggest one so far. Nothing too crazy, but it's a fish. That happened so quick. There we go. Nice little fish. Give him a little release. Now I'm gonna try to balance on these rocks. I'm gonna see if I can get me a cast up here towards where all this water is rushing out. Except now I'm in the tree. That's not what you're going for there. Not what we're looking for, bud. I'm gonna pull on it. Hopefully it pulls out, but it's probably gonna break my line. Look, there goes my bobber. It's gonna float right to me. Well, I got my bobber back. Now I just need a hook because my other hook's in the tree. This isn't the exact same hook that I was using, but it's very similar, and I'll show it to you just in case you guys do want to go do this yourselves. I mean, it's pretty basic knowledge. Just get a smaller hook. You could use a big hook, but you're not gonna be able to catch any small fish if you use a big hook. You're only gonna be able to catch big fish. So this hook is like really small. See it right there. Nothing too crazy. And now I am rigged back up. Got to get us another green worm, which we have plenty. Put my worm on the hook. You just run it up on there. I like to leave a little tiny bit hanging off. And then another cast. This time, let's get it under that tree. Oh, that was beautiful. I just don't know if there's any fish right there because the current might be too fast. But I mean, that looks like the best spot on this whole river right here is that right there. Oh man, I just got smoked right there. Yeah, he still got it. Yes, sir. Let's go. That was in the fast current right there. Thanks, buddy. What is that, 4? Let's give me another cast up here. I like this little spot. I feel like there could be something big up there. Maybe not. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. Yeah. Oh, my bobber got messed up. There we go. Another little fish. Green worm. Beautiful. That was the best cast I've made all day. Yes, sir. Good fish. All right, this might be kind of stupid, but I think I'm just gonna leave this small hook on here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set up my bottom rig. What I need is a few split shots. That's a little bit more than I needed. I've got these really small ones, but I think I'm gonna put about like 4 of them on there and just see what that does. All right, so I got me like 5 little split shots on here. There's definitely a better way to do this, but that's just how I'm doing it right now. And I'm taking a whole worm, a big old fat juicy green worm, and putting the whole thing on here. I'm just gonna hook it through a bunch of times, just make a big old worm. This thing's gonna have a ton of scent laying down there on the bottom. That should be pretty good right there. Boom, big fat juicy worm. Take it. I'm gonna throw it right up here in this little open spot, let it sit on the bottom, and then hopefully my bait just stays. I already had a bite. Oh, okay. I know what's gonna happen. Those bluegill are sitting on the bottom and they're gonna try to eat this thing. I don't want a bluegill, I want a catfish. That's what I want, is a catfish. So, if you bluegill can stop, that'd be nice. Look at them. Oh, they're hammering it, dude. They're gonna eat my whole worm before I can even catch a cat. Well, caught me another one. Well, since the bluegill want to take my worm on the bottom, I decided I'd take me a little piece of cut bait and use that instead, because they shouldn't eat that unless they're cannibals. But we just sacrificed that last fish for some cut bait. So now I'm going to set this rod down, have a little bit of slack in it, that way I can see kind of what's going on with it, and we're going to wait. And while we wait for that rod to go off, I'm going to take this little swim bait that I had in my bag, put it on my mock smash. Link down below if you guys do want to get one of these swim baits or one of these rods. And I'm going to throw this around and try to catch a bass. This looks like perfect little bass territory. And this bait is very small and it's perfect for this type of fishing. So I'm just going to start casting it around. It's just a little tiny swim bait. This is a mock shad by Mock Baits, and hopefully we'll get a bite on this other rod. Nice. First catch of the day is a leaf, quick release. I'm gonna make a move. I don't think that this pool is deep enough, so I'm gonna walk down here and we're gonna fish down here because I think it's gonna be a little bit deeper. This is a brand new spot to me, so not super familiar with it. I've fished this river hundreds of times, but never fished this part or this spillway. So kind of learning where the fish are going to be sitting at and what they're going to be doing, stuff like that. But this right here looks like the deep part to me. So that's where I'm going to cast my bait at. Oh, dude, I just got bit right there by a tiny bass. Oh, there he is. He's still right there. Small little guy, but he nailed it. He scared the heck out of me. That was crazy. If he was big, he would have got it. Well, my bait came off, and I haven't had any bites, so that's not good. Well, you can't say that I didn't try to catch a bigger fish, but we're going back to old reliable. The bluegill and the panfish have just taken over. There's way too many of them, and I'm here to catch them. So we're going back to the bobber and the small hook. It is time to catch another fish. Woo, almost broke my rod right there, not gonna lie to you. It's kind of weird being on these rocks. It's kind of sketchy, not gonna lie. You can very easily mess up. Oh my gosh! There was one, oh no, dude. There was one playing with it. I set the hook, pulled it away from him, pulled it right on top of these rocks, and then he came over there and ate it again. I had him hooked up for about 5 seconds, but he came off. That should be a fish. Maybe not. Oh, I had one the whole time. I just couldn't tell. Oh, dude, I got a bass. I got a bass. Yes. Yes. Haha. Hello there, Mr. Bass. Called me a little largemouth bass on the green worm. This dude is fat too. He's been eating. Look at that. A little chunker. He's a pretty little guy. He's not big at all, but hey, we'll take it. Look at him. He got him a tummy right there. Get a nice little release in this clear water. You can see so good right here. Bye. I just saw an even bigger bass after I got done releasing that one. I just saw an even bigger one right here. But I have no idea where he went. But I saw him. He was almost 2 pounds. Booyah, money cast. Quit playing with it and eat it. Dadgummit. You're just playing with it. Gotcha. Feels like a better fish. That might be another bass. Oh no, it's just a big sunfish, I think. Yep. No! Dadgummit, that was the biggest one of the day. I know where they're living at now. They're right there in that little corner. There's not any current right there. We've got a lot of current here, a lot of current here, and that's a nice current break. That's where those fish are sitting at. There's a lot of them sitting right there. Dang it, eat it, son, eat it. Look, I caught a feather. Nice. Aha! You're like 1/4 of the size of the one that just came off, but I'll take it. Beautiful. Look at the colors. I'm colorblind, but I still know it's beautiful. Dang, I broke my bobber. Oh well, I'm gonna throw it like that, see if it works. Nope, it definitely sinks. And with that, we are ending off the day. Thank you for watching. My bobber is broken. Catch you in the next video. I'm out.